When Naughty Dog first unveiled Uncharted in 2006, it was met with snickering from video gamers and critics alike, who unfairly compared it to the Tomb Raider franchise. Little did they know that Uncharted would go to become so much more than just a Tomb Raider clone, that it would go on to be not only one of Sony's signature franchises, but a series of some of the best action-adventure games ever made, and it all started in 2007 with Uncharted: Drake's Fortune. Drake's Fortune has you following Nathan Drake, a supposed descendant of the famed English explorer Sir Francis Drake, and searching for his lost treasure, which eventually leads him into a hunt for the lost city of El Dorado. And while the story of this game isn't incredibly deep, it serves its purpose well enough and it keeps you interested. Joining Nate on his journey are his longtime friend and father figure, Victor Sullivan, and his obvious from the start romantic interest, Elena Fisher. I won't go into the details of how the story plays out, but suffice it to say that things are never what they seem or go the way that they should, which pretty much becomes a staple of the franchise. Right off the bat, graphically speaking, this game doesn't hold up as well as some of its contemporaries from its time. But it's decent enough looking, and it doesn't hinder the experience at all. But even though I'm showing the PS4 version here, you can tell the graphics are showing their age quite a bit. There are some odd textures and polygons that show, and it's kind of distracting. Not a big problem though, just a nitpick. The gameplay is pretty basic in terms of controls. You have your basic running, gun, and melee attacks. Nothing too out of the ordinary or special, but very easy and fun to pick up and play. Now, what Uncharted is known for is its platforming, and it's definitely one of the more fun aspects of this game. You'll be making impossible leaps that no ordinary man could possibly make, and hanging on to ledges by the skin of your teeth. One of my favorite things about this game is its brilliant use of puzzles, another thing that would become a staple of the franchise. Each puzzle is unique and some are pretty damn challenging, but if you feel the need to Google the solutions to any of them, you're a fucking noob. The gameplay has some minor flaws, however. The platforming can be pretty damn confusing, as sometimes you won't know whether or not a ledge you're aiming for is even grabbable, or if it's just part of the scenery. So there are some cheap deaths this game throws at you. And also, sometimes enemies can bear down on you very unfairly if you're in the wrong spot, and they completely obliterate you. Also, another complaint I have is that Nate only has 2 speeds of movement, walking slow as fuck or running. Even if you try to gently move the analog stick, it's still either 1 speed of movement, which gets super frustrating when traversing narrow platforms. Overall though, Uncharted 1 did a brilliant job of setting up the characters and story for its brilliant successors, and it's still a good and fun game that anyone can pick up and play. Hey Reyes, what are we rating this game?
8 out of 10! Alright, I'm pretty sure that Joe's missing. Like,
he's probably just sleeping.
No. I'm like 110% he's missing. I checked PSN, he's not on it.
You just check when he's online?
Yeah, what if he's dead? ISIS could be involved. Let's just find Joe. I don't know what he'll be doing in the woods, but maybe he's there.
Yeah. He's gonna be in the middle of the woods.
Now Uncharted 2, talk about turning the fucking intensity up. Every aspect of this game is improved on over the previous game. The graphics are absolutely beautiful, and sometimes you'll stop and just take a moment to admire how beautiful some of the environments you're thrown into are, especially if you're playing the remastered version on PS4. Definitely one of the games that took cinematics and graphics to a new level on the PlayStation 3. From vast jungles to snowy mountains and lost cities, every set piece in this game is unique and fun to explore. There is not one area in this game that feels stale or generic. As far as controls go, while they're essentially the same, they've been smoothed out beautifully, and I find this game to be a lot more playable than its predecessor. There's a clearer distinction of what platforms you can jump onto, more fluid gameplay, and it seems like every place in the game is crafted to accommodate the gameplay style. Possibly the best thing about this game is the story, which is 100 times more tightly written and executed. And while I won't go into detail, the story of this game is perfectly paced and it never falters at any point. It definitely seemed more vibrant and cohesive than the plot of Uncharted 1, which did feel a bit stale and generic at times. This game amps up the intensity and only turns it down to make you feel complacent, and it builds up an even more intense situation just around the corner. The puzzles in this game are much grander, not only in scale, but in scope. Each one is unique and different from each other, and they're all challenging in their own ways. Some of these will have you scratching your brain, and again, I implore you, don't Google the solution, you noobs. My only criticism of this game, honestly, would be the treasure collectibles, because they serve no purpose whatsoever. They offer no benefits or rewards for collecting them, other than a trophy or two. I mean, hey, if you're into that sort of thing, that's all you, but to me, they just feel tacked on and not terribly interesting to search for. Now, it has to be known that the scope of this game is simply amazing. Naughty Dog clearly wanted to up the wow factor, and they nailed it pretty much flawlessly. The game is just a blast to play, and it keeps you invested in it throughout. It has great replay value, purely to gaze in awe at how expertly crafted and fun it is. This is what you call an action-adventure game, and every game developer crafting a similar game should look to this as both inspiration and as the standard. I'll give this game a 9 out of 10. Fight me, Reyes.
Alright, are you sure you don't know where Joe is? We've been out here for an hour.
We're looking in the middle of the woods.
I have no beverage.
Oh, whoa.
What the hell are you doing?
Anal.
What?
What? What are you doing here?
We're trying to find Joe.
He said something about a treasure hunt, don't you know?
Are you sure about that?
Hey, Joe, what's up?
I don't know yet.
Treasure hunt? Cool. Definitely.
It doesn't sound like him.
No, trust me, he said it.
So,
Alright.
do you know where then?
No, I don't know where. Let's go find that son of a bitch. Let's go.
Alright.
Follow me! I know this will be the unpopular opinion, but Uncharted 3, in my opinion, is superior to Uncharted 2 in almost all aspects. Now this, along with The Last of Us, are two games that took the PS3 to its graphical limit. They are the best looking games of their generation. The sheer number of different environments in this game that you explore and run and gun through are a marvel to look at. Character animations, lighting and shadow effects, draw distances, and the sheer size of the environments make the world of this game feel 100% alive. In fact, my only gripe with this game is that it can't explore every single area in the far-off distances. Uncharted 3 is a very big game that will have you in some extremely diverse parts of the world. Its scope is so grandeur and its presentation so flawless that I can't help but gush over this game. You'll be scrounging the entire world on Nate's quest. You'll be roaming from England to France to Syria to Yemen. You'll be jumping out of planes, wandering through the desert, trudging through pirate shipyards, and experiencing your own little piece of the Poseidon adventure. Oh, and also you're running from spiders. Yeah, fuck spiders. What I love about this game is that you're always heading somewhere new, and each series of events that unfolds is even more intense than the ones that precede it. Another thing I enjoy about the story of this game is that we get to see some of Nate's past and how he and Sully came to know one another. And it can be argued that Uncharted 2 has a more cohesive and focused story, but Uncharted 3 sets out to dazzle you with just how much it manages to fit into a single Blu-ray disc. And also, I think Uncharted 3 has the only villain who wasn't a cookie-cutter bad guy. Seriously, I hated that asshole. It's hard for me to find many faults with this game, because it improves and builds upon everything that was set up in its predecessors. And while I can see someone saying that it's more of the same, just more of it, I think that the third entry in the series is everything I want in an action-adventure game. The only thing Uncharted 2 has over this to me is probably the opening.
It gets a 9.5.
Wait, hold up.
What?
I'm tired.
We're almost there!
How do you know that?
Didn't you ever see fucking Fellowship of the fucking Ring?
But
And then the fucking woman took her clothes off for the pizza man?
I'm pretty sure you're thinking
I
about
want to be a
something.
pizza man. Dude, look. This might be a clue.
that's a stick.
You shut your whore mouth! Coming off the heels of Uncharted 3 and The Last of Us, two of my favorite games of all time, Naughty Dog had a lot to live up to with Uncharted 4. The game was so highly anticipated and it had almost impossible expectations to meet. What did we get with Uncharted 4? Well, we got a very different game from its predecessors, and whether or not it's a good or bad thing is all a matter of opinion. To start off, holy fuck, is this game pretty. The graphics presentation are the best I've ever seen in a AAA title. Along with The Order 1886, Uncharted 4 is the best looking console game to date, definitely taking the PS4 to new heights of what can be accomplished and squeezed onto a single disc. Sometimes I can't help but waste time staring at everything around me. The simple, yet effective Uncharted gameplay is back with a vengeance, but with a new addition, stealth. Many times, you'll find yourself in a situation where you can take down everyone silently, Solid Snake style, or just run and gun like a madman. It awoke the Metal Gear Solid nerd within me, and I had a blast sneaking around taking everyone out silently. Now what would an Uncharted game be without puzzles? And yes, they're back. But while I think they're all great and challenging in their own ways, I do think that 3 had more difficult puzzles. Some puzzles in this game made me want to rip my hair out though, like trying to walk across a wooden platform where 3 out of every 4 tiles is rigged with explosives. And yeah, I fucking died a lot. One thing this game does different is that it scales back a bit. Uncharted 4 is more of a character study. You won't be jumping out of planes or trying to escape sinking cruise liners. This may turn some people off from the game, but I applaud Naughty Dog for doing something different and going a different route. They're not just trying to be as outrageous and over the top as possible. However, what has been crafted here is nothing short of awe-inspiring. The story of this game, in typical Uncharted fashion, is all about hunting for treasure, but with the addition of Nate's long-lost brother Sam, and the examination of their relationship, as well as Nate evaluating his life and what he truly wants, this game's story has a lot more substance to it than the previous games did, which I love. We see that Nate has aged quite a bit. He's not the young, anxious explorer anymore. He's nearing middle age and he's reluctant to even take the journey. I enjoy seeing characters mature and grow. The story also reveals some more of Nate's past and how he became the man that he is, as well as how he really adopted his surname, Drake. I know that a lot of people will be disappointed with this game because it's not as grand in scale, but what it lacks in quantity, it makes up for in quality. Now, I would give this game a 9 out of 10. It's a pretty epic game.
Whoa. Whoa. Hold on a second.
What?
I'm going to give this game an 8, not a 9.
No, fuck you. It's a 9.
Listen here. Graphically, it was amazing. Gameplay, it was on top. But overall, the story was not that good. It wasn't well written.
Final Fantasy VII sucks. Who cares?
Stop. Hold on. Hey man, what's up?
Yeah, what's up? I got your 69 missed calls.
69.
Anyway, what's up?
You wasn't there online, so I wanted to make sure you was okay.
Yeah, I'm fine. I just ordered a new job.
Bye, Joe! And I thought Joe was missing, not on the treasure hunt.
What?
Yeah, I actually thought he was kind of dead.
You mean to tell me that we've been here this whole fucking time and he's not dead?
Nope.
Are you okay?
Thank you guys so much for watching our latest episode. Please check out the band that we used today, called Sidarian Sun, a great progressive metal band from Staten Island, New York. They have a full album called Ramelli. I believe that's correct. Please don't kill me, guys, if I pronounce that wrong. But anyway, thank you guys again for watching, and stay tuned for our next episode.